So, today we're casting GNX against 5JDX, and these teams are really well matched against each other. They already played each other in last year's World Championship and had a really close match.
Pulled a game away.
Yeah, I think so. It was 3-2 actually, in a best of 5. Like, went to
Closer.
5th game. All right.
Is it being streamed on MWO League or your channel, Ghost?
It is on my channel.
Fortunately, I cannot announce it.
Yeah, it doesn't say you're live.
Oh, it'll be a delay.
Well, there still is a delay. We have a 5-minute delay, so.
Okay.
Where we play techno music and allow everybody to slowly come into the stream and listen to awkward silences and us talk about gibberish till they actually get to see mechs shooting each other.
I'm really curious to see what people are going to be bringing for this light drop. Like, I have an idea, but watching the SA and TSL match, there was at least one heavy on each side for this drop.
Wanna just a quick recap of the rules for this drop?
I think is max is 250 tonnage, no lock-ons, and it's 3 cap.
I think the caps will matter this particular drop. The 15-minute timer and the tonnage.
Yeah, I'm fully expecting GNX just to run straight SPL.
Yeah, I would.
I expect
that
both
is
teams.
the simple, no-brain deck you can have. Is just run straight SPL fire starters and biggest Phoenix Sox.
Got both sides locked. All right, y'all ready?
I am ready.
Let's go.
Launch a route and check a quick lobby again. Conquest Canyon, 15 minutes.
15 minutes first person. Yeah, looks good.
Nobody likes a redrop.
Not fun.
No. Especially wait 10 minutes and then like, oh yeah, we're gonna launch, and then get in. Oh, I have to redo it. Although
So,
if the teams saw each other's mechs, I don't think it would make any difference.
for the medium drops, we'll start doing more like map study things, but in this light drop, I expect it's just going to be like rush and brawl. There's not much to draw in a map strat.
Oh.
It is. Who can push W the hardest?
Pretty much.
For all of our viewers, I'm really resisting.
So
fun right now.
I'll do the 5JDX side. We have Firestarter, 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 Phoenix Hawk, Phoenix Hawk, Phoenix Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and then on the other side we have Urban Mech, Blackjack.
It's an arrow
Herbie.
even.
Yeah, that arrow's probably running machine guns and an OPL. What's on
Yeah,
that?
it has to be
Cataphracts?
machine gun.
Yeah, cataphract. Yeah, let's get a readout on that cataphract.
It's light peeps, 6 heavy machine.
Okay.
Hmm.
So heavy on the DPS, and the light peeps got some early
So
inconsequential damage.
5 JDX is just rushing over Theta while GNX is standing back at Radio Tower.
Yep. And it looks like Navid is first in, and they're in it. It's like a
No.
really, really short range skirmish trade. Bear is going right in. He's legged. Lost his left leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for
Cataphract's
that
done.
cataphract first. Yep.
Yep.
And it looks like they moved
The
to the
focus-
blackjack.
The focus fire from GNX is not going to win this battle. I see a bunch of one-on-ones where the 5 JDX, but we have two legged mechs. We have a
The
lot of
blackjack's
machine guns
almost
going
done. Yeah.
over here.
Yep, there
And
goes the
there goes the
blackjack.
blackjack.
Oh, Windscape's almost down. So is
Terror as
Cargado.
well.
A lot of really
And Pasha.
legged mechs here. Pasha's down.
Yeah. I think this is
GNX
going
is gonna pull it out
GNX's
here.
way.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah. I think just because people are open and those machine guns are just critting.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
guess
commitment
you're
to
on.
legging. Yeah,
Navid,
Windscape's done.
and-
Good game, GNX.
Yeah,
Takes
that's
the
it.
little victory. Victory Irby. Shooting off fireworks.
Yeah. I guess the
Nice.
machine gun DPS just is stronger in that brawl. If you can
We
keep
can
them on
see.
target. You have heavy machine guns across the board.
Yeah, the heavy machine guns just ate away at those legs.
Only a small pulse fire started.
And the cataphract,
I think.
a little ride there.
Yeah, I think he was just there just to draw the fire.
Yeah, did his job.
Yeah,
Some
384
damage
done by
spread.
Win.
Ghost, are you pulling up the damages on a different
I cannot.
thing? Okay, that's fine. I got it here. Windscape pulling lots of damage. But you know, legging leads to low damage matches. There we are. Job, GNX. Probably the decision to go torsos paid off. Those little urban mechs are just like, you know, little tiny assaults. Not a bad not a bad use of tankiness, I guess.
So
Yeah. I don't know. I think with the with what 5JGX should have done was just focus one and just everyone attack it, get the legs out, and just work that entire team.
Well, they did, but they just went torsos and then I mean they did focus fire, but the legging,
Yeah.
you know, they just didn't have enough leg armor basically at the end of the day. Taking out the cataphract took a little bit too long.
yes. So we're going to Polar next, with GNX having 1 drop 1 by now.
Now remind me, does ISC do kills for points as well?
No, it's just wins as far as I know. So Theta, not Polar, but it's Gamma, Theta, Kappa only. So 3
Okay, so
cap, as always.
going to Polar Islands.
Yep. Let's take a look on the map strat, what we think is gonna happen. I personally believe that the Gamma Hill is really strong in this, because you can control 2 cap points with it relatively easily. And of course that hill is relatively like a lot easier to get from team 2 side than it is from team 1.
Yes. I don't know how. I mean, Caps. This is a big map, so Caps
Caps will
maybe
matter.
could mat, but not really because it's 15 minutes and only 3 cap. I mean, it's just it's gonna be a where do you choose to fight the battle. You only have to really worry about maybe 1 cap, so you can kind of set up wherever you want. I mean, you can't be down to like
Well, you
below
can't just sit
kappa.
next to
Yeah,
Kappa and be like,
no,
you guys
no.
come to us.
You could sit at gamma. You
Yeah,
could, but you're
sitting at
saying
Gamma
it.
works. Just holding over Theta works because no one can just sit at Kappa, so you'll have a like light go off there and cap it. And it's either fight at Theta and then both can go to Kappa, or their bigs are sitting at Gamma and then they can't really send the light to Kappa.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think the consensus is you don't go down south kappa.
Yes, I think this, like anything below this line, is just for lights. Since you cannot, like, the only point in taking big mechs to Kappa is doing something similar to what we did in, like, against you guys
Learning.
in Worlds, is just
Yeah.
taking a full-on cap strat, but then you need to be able to take Epsi and Sigma and, like,
Yeah, you
rotate
need
back
to
and
let the
forth
ticker.
and get that 3 cap.
Yeah, you need to let the ticker like really be against you with just 3 caps. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, and also, like, you just can't take Epsi and Sigma, so you can't get those, like, you just can't get
Yeah.
caps when you're down in the south side.
Yeah. Well, basically, if you defend theta, you've got control of the map because you have to go north south. So that's true of all these. You can have a rules check for Kieran here.
I have the rules checked.
Just getting a little rule clarification about team sides.
I'd hoped this was going to be a relaxing cast, but
You're being challenged, your authority.
time to lawyer again.
It might be again. It might be a lot of rules. It might be that there's in the rulebook somewhere something. that
So
we
it says during each round, both teams will be able to drop from either side of the map. Higher seed team will be team 1 for drop 1. The sides will alternate from there for the rest of the match.
Uh, we're getting two. Where are you pulling your info from, Ghost?
Like 5 inches below that in the rulebook, where it has a table explaining what their teams would be.
Yeah.
So it's in a rulebook issue where it contradicts itself.
Well, let's
So
poke Not Bob about that after this match.
let's do a little. What did they do in the PSLL and was it?
It
They
has always
they
been this way. It's also been this way the last season and so on.
the TSL and SA match, they stayed on the same team sides for the first
Okay.
two and did swapped for the
Yeah,
third.
because
Okay,
it's
well, we're not
just better.
referees, so
So yeah, it does not count kills, but it gives you rewards at the end of the season per drop 1.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we'll keep the team sides with the other match. It's put that
Yep,
way
we'll
in.
switch it after this drop.
Yeah, previous ICs and
So
yeah, and both teams get a drop on on both sides.
anyways, yeah.
Weeks anyway, yeah. So
And you're playing all 5 drops regardless. It's not like it's a best of 5 where it matters if someone wins the first 3 or the 4th drop.
I guess we could ask. I mean, I don't really know what else we're gonna do other than just continue. So we're locked. We are
Alright.
launching.
Yes.
Yeah.
And let me make sure this is no radio.
Yeah. Don't radio broadcast, Ghost. They've waited long enough for this match.
Yeah, but it's kind of GNX fashion. Is always waiting on them.
Ooh, shots fired. You're not even in the match yet. Not even playing them yet. All right. I noticed with this new computer setup, I load in very quickly. Like
That's the magic of SSDs.
yes.
yeah.
I
No, I mean
got
like
team 2
I hit
again.
launch and I'm already in the map and then we're waiting and waiting for the drop.
Oh,
Yeah.
we have Passion and Awesome. 8R.
Are they bringing lerms?
There's Looms. Yep, Quad Loom 15. Then we have an ER Large Battlemaster for Kieran. AC2 Light Peep Banshee.
Mhm.
Narc Medium Laser Hellspawn.
Mhm. That Hellspawn's got a job.
Normal Flea and
What's
Guessing
that
an
normal Wolfhound?
MPL Wolfhound?
yeah, normal MPL
All right.
Wolfhound.
The other side we have Vulcan, Blackjack A again, Stalker 5S, Stalker. So we have what is probably ER large lasers because Stalker 5S have
Yep, they
ER
should be ER Large.
largeness and no AMS.
Quickly check.
Let's see.
Yep, it's 6 ER Large on the Stalker.
I see no AMS.
No
The
AMS on anything.
Blackjack has machine guns and what else?
It's either going to be an LPL or a light PPC.
Nothing has AMS.
No. Okay, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be very tough. We shall see
Well, yeah.
how good the Narker does.
It also depends if those mechs are going to be hiding behind buildings and everything and using the cover.
They are moving. Okay, Banshee. Okay,
They're
they are
moving
moving
straight
north.
to Theta.
Yeah, as we see.
Meanwhile, 5JDX is somewhat expanding towards Gamma.
See both teams feeling out where they are and taking a long time to get in position because this map's still huge. Play for Theta here from James in the Flea. Stalker's very powerful mech in ISC, so using them all this drop is kind of rolling the dice to really take this drop.
Yes. Like, they really want to win this, and I'm curious to see what they'll do from the other side.
Yeah. We have Gamma Cap coming from Navid. Neither team has really seen the other, although probable they'll show the Battle Master, kind of like, oh yeah, ER large Battle Master, they're yours. Okay, good. uh, Early trade from Zeos, and I'm not even going to try to say that name.
Yeah, looks like the Vulcan's scaring off Zeos there.
Ymit, Windscape, and the Wolfhound.
You can call them Sama and Chan, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. Sama Chan. I don't know which one is which though, but it's fine.
The Vulcan Sama.
Trades across to Bear Club. We'll get a little view down of what teams can see and can't. Oh, strike coming in. They don't see it. It's going to roll right over 2 mechs. And
Oh, it just clipped
Buster,
one of them.
10%.
Yeah, but
Oof.
the other stalker got out, luckily.
Now there's a 2-to-1 cap here. Theta is needs to be taken for anything to be forced for GNX. There's a lot of positioning still being done.
Yeah, GNX now has full control of Kappa.
Yeah, you can see they're trading with the Banshee and with Pasha here, and then Navid and Zeos are trying to sneak up around the corner here.
Yeah, that Lerm also hasn't done much yet.
No, they're
There
in the
no missiles flying
valley.
yet. He knows that's the right play to do, because as soon as they get that incoming missiles, like, they will adjust. And
Yeah, they're
right now
they're
they have
wrapping
no
already.
idea.
I think they saw him. I mean, they know he has an awesome. They shot at him. They have building cover. If this would be a different match, James is getting more control of Theta. Would present a big problem. I'll go over and give you. There's another strike coming in that doesn't
If
land.
only, like, if that had clipped the flea, that would have been really
Bearclaw moving
important.
left. It's like Pasha or Kieran's overlooking, but he can't trade with those stalkers, so it's CS is getting harassed by James. Windscape's taking strike damage down low, and he's just in a place where he's going to get farmed. He has to abandon that position, and he takes hefty damage from the stalkers who are balled up. And this is I mean, there's 10 minutes on the map, and the caps aren't killing them yet, but basically they have to. You see Zeos really making a play for Theta. They have to take Theta. They have to make.
Oh, Windscape.
Yeah, Windscape is about to lose it. His mech here, 51%. It's taking some poor lines and poor trades. Ymit. Tell me how to say that later. He is overwatched. It's a strike behind the stalkers. Let's see if this hits any of them. They've just started to go ahead and learn them. Cat's out of the bag.
Windscape's open on both sides and
Ymit
almost
is
open.
taking some damage here. Another Ymit. Okay, Kudasai. I don't know. Oni-chan. That's what I'm gonna call him. Windscape just needs to wrap around and take Kappa. His mech is kind of useless in battle now with no armor.
Yeah. He just has to go cap, but if he does, he'll just get cut off and die.
Yeah, but he needs to go, like. And Zeus is maybe finally going to take Theta. Although Navid really needs to get in position in Narc. The Stalkers are not really in great cover, per se. Zeus really working over Theta.
And there go the Narcs.
Delivered.
I think Oni-chan just got
Oni-chan is realizes Navid's there. Navid is also medium MPLing him, so that's important to know. Meanwhile, Tekken is sneaking up on Zeus. Does Zeus see him? He does not, and he's legged. And that's the match.
That's
there.
pretty much the match. Yeah, both lights being
Windscape
down.
coming in, he's gonna lose.
There's nothing they can do.
Well, nope. Oh, and Windscape is going down next. See if he can tuck it in, and no.
There goes the side torso.
Let's see. Now they're gonna chase down Bearclaw. The lights. Pasha's at 74%. Navid's trying to kill Oni-chan, but they still have 2 more stalkers to deal with, and they're pretty healthy.
Yeah, and that stalker isn't
That's it.
like super
Sorry,
hurt.
missed the action. We're just gonna have the lights roll in on the awesome. He's Lerms. What's he gonna do? And here comes the flea. The moment James has waited his whole life for, right here. Just his entire life. This moment.
And there it goes.
Hope it's worth it, James. Okay, let's go over to Oni-chan doing a great job of staying alive. And
Currently just watching Kieran, the impending doom coming around the corner.
this is
And he just
long
gets
been
lasered.
GNX's match.
It's
Navid.
Navid now.
It's not going to be able to do a whole lot. There's a relatively healthy Vulcan.
Yeah, there's not much you can do against that Vulcan.
And the other mechs are in now. And he's almost there.
It's over.
Right. Good match. Match 2 goes to GNX. We'll see how Dragoons adjusts. Go over to the damages. Kieran pulled a lot in that Battlemaster, despite being out ER larged.
Yes, I think the Lurms, like, pushing the Stalkers into cover made him trade a lot better. But it just wasn't enough to outdo
They didn't ever have cap
both
control.
lights getting deleted.
They didn't have to push. And the Wolfhound and Flea, I mean, Zeus lost most of his armor trying to do what they needed to do, which was take Theta, so that was a big issue. You're not getting
so
Theta early.
We'll have a team swap.
Yep, I'll go back and swap them. So far, so good for GNX. 3 matches left. We'll see how do. Switch. And what's our next map?
It's the same map.
Oh, that's right.
So, if we want to go into the map strat, we've seen.
It turned out how we said it was going to with the northern control.
With northern control and mechs going to Theta. What do you think 5JDX is going to do from Team 1 side? Seeing as they value the gamma control a lot.
I mean, I think from the other side, they still have their stalkers, so that's a thing.
Yeah, I think they're gonna all be used. There's not really a point in bringing stalkers on mining.
No.
So they will probably just be used in this coming drop.
Yeah, I mean, that they kind of in ISC terms, they really do it almost ensure a win. I mean, Battlemaster for Stalker, IS Mech for IS Mech, you're going to get incompetent pilots are going to get out traded. Although Kieran did a good job in the Battlemaster.
The Battlemaster wins at longer ranges,
but not for some like Polar up on Gamma, sure, but you can't stack 3 of them up on Gamma. I mean, you know, as you know, or you'll be too static. I think maybe the issue that last match was just not getting Theta early, because you could secure Gamma whenever you needed or wanted to. You needed them to push into the open, You needed
Yeah.
Navid to be able to narc, and
the other point is, as soon as you have theta, then you can just lock it down with the larges from gamma. You can just deny it indefinitely. But if you don't have it, then suddenly they just have a 2 cap. You have a 1 cap, and what are you going to do?
well, you're going to do what we saw in the match, which was Zeos
Try to
really
get theta.
try to get theta and
But you can get punished for it.
get punished slowly. And when they decided to turn the corner, he was already pretty much legged. I think that definitely one of the biggest differences that match was with the lights versus light. Navid went around and was really harassing 2 stalkers.
Yeah, so
But
basically you had Navid going all the way around, but meanwhile, GNX's mediums were going around theta the other way.
they were playing it in closer, and they were out of range of the Lerms, and relatively the Battlemaster was busy with the stalkers, so it couldn't just free look at them. And they really did a better maneuvering job because they could of just denying theta and chipping away, and then making a decisive move to take the flea out. Windscape lost a lot of armor, kind of needlessly. Those little channels are really, if you have the right angle, you think you have a lot of cover, and then you don't. You know, I think he
Yeah,
got
and
caught in
also
one
you
of
can
those.
get locked into them really easily.
Yeah, he got caught in one of those and got punished for it early on. And so then you didn't have your Wolfhound, which the main asset there is armor. So we'll see how they adjust here. And we'll see if the kind of wolf pack play tightens up. Really, the assaults didn't move much the entire match for either team. Here, Dragoons are locked. Probably GNX will quickly follow here. Yep, there they are, and we're all ready to go. To make sure not to radiocast.
Yes, of course. There shall not be a radio cast on my watch.
One watching. Hopefully, the stream is going through well. Should hop over to your Twitch and see if anybody's complained about.
No, I can see chat. It's okay.
There's always one.
Yeah. So we have from GNX a Battlemaster, and a Battlemaster. An Enforcer. That's interesting. So the Battlemasters are
What's
5
on those
large pulse,
Battlemasters?
5 large
Yeah.
pulse, and 5 large pulse 1 year med. You
Ooh,
have
and
the
on the
Katana
upside,
Cat with 5 light P, a
Mhm.
UAC 10 Enforcer, and a Flea.
4 light peeps, a UAC 10. Okay. UAC 10 Enforcer, interesting. And then we see the Stalkers on the Dragoon side.
All the new Stalkers, yeah.
The laser vomity Stalker.
I'll quickly fly over and
Yeah.
check out the book. So
Yeah,
you again have no narc on the Hellspawn this time.
Mhm.
A medium laser javelin.
2 medium laser javelins.
Yep.
This is a pretty fair mech to mech. The Stalkers will tank damage better than these Battle Masters. If you're talking equal shooting to equal shooting, you're gonna get
Interesting. Everyone but Pasha opted for the 4 large laser 5 year med.
And Pasha got what?
3 large pulse 6 year med.
So his pulses will kind of better match up with the pulses. Now, other thing to think about is
It's a
that the
bit more
IS
alpha.
pulses IS pulses are a lot shorter range than, your clan ones. You can still kind of reach out with the clan ones, but not with the others. Now here we have a flea just guarding Theta, and let's see if they learn from the other mistake. Jiffy can roll in there and they can take. They're getting Gamma. If he could take Theta, they know where the flea is. We'll see if they do it before the Battle
Yeah,
Masters get
both
there.
teams are just rolling up to Theta. I mean, there is... Who is
It's the
it?
safe play not to get it.
Zeus took Gamma, but
Yeah, there's no need because
both
Zeus was
teams
up.
aren't out for long range standoffs, so they're
No.
not really taking caps early. They're
It's interesting.
bringing
This
their
is
mechs
actually
into
kind of
position.
dangerous.
Oh, what GNX is doing is really dangerous.
Yes.
They're
They
funneling through
whiffed
like
that shot
one
on
wide.
Navid. Yeah, if they got caught down just then, and it would have been kind of bad news. Now they're in the low ground.
Well,
And we'll
but
see this
what are
battle
they gonna do
commence.
from there?
We see
Are they just
Kira
gonna
and
push
they're
into the
going in. They're going in.
stalkers?
Pasha's calling it out. Pasha's gonna get targeted.
Yes, he's shooting Takeda.
We'll see
And you have
the
to
trade-off
you have to
here.
realize the stalker, it's almost impossible to
Tekken's
hit everything on one component.
Tekken's cord CT.
Meanwhile,
He's gonna die very, very
Battlemaster's
soon.
just get CT'd or headcapped, like
Pasha's gonna get taken
nothing
down
else.
if the other stalkers don't get in the fight. It's kind of unfortunate because they went through a choke point again. Now Zeus is in the battle. Pasha's hurt. Tekken's hurt. There's going to be a strike that rolls over the top of the whole GNX crew. Navid's isolated. JGX is. This is a very
But
messy.
two of their Battlemasters are
Very
like
messy.
really
Okay.
hurt.
Kieran's going to die
There's
next.
the next one.
Buster's going down now.
Oh, all three
Tony's
Battlemasters
down.
are down. Yep, that's over.
Navid is running.
James
Very
is
good.
legged.
Piloting. James is going down next.
Yeah, the flea is legged. It's an LFE flea, I think, or just didn't show the
Enforcer's
sight
not
to
going to
him.
stay alive long here.
Yeah, and the Panther's already quite hurt as well.
And this will be Dragoon's game.
Yes.
Again, you saw it right there. The tankiness
The Stalkers
of the
are just
Battlemasters.
so much better than those Battlemasters in tankiness.
Yeah.
Like, the only way to win with the Battlemaster against the Stalker is to, like, literally play the range game.
That's it. Right.
In
and they didn't. They
short
charged right
range,
in.
you'll just get out-traded because everything lands on your CT, magically.
I mean, we saw it as they went down single file. And Pasha was able to just side tank with the Stalker and, they cored out the Battlemasters as they came down that channel. But what got really messy was with the positioning they had, as in Dragoons had, they didn't really take advantage as much as they should have.
Yeah, you can see Pasha with 470, nuclear weapon with 470. Only Kieran going down early, but the Stalker's really putting out the most damage, but also taking everything. Like,
let's see. The first around the corner was Oni Sama, I think, or was it Tekken? No, it was Tekken.
it was Tekkadan.
He got cored early by Pasha, and then Pasha pulling 470, but he was really looking straight down the tunnel there. As they were trying to push around the corner, Navid came around behind their push and kept them from really turning the corner, and then it kind of devolved into a little bit of a mess as people were trying to pop tart and figure out where exactly to go.
Alright, so next up we have my absolute favorite map, I think, in this game. Mining Collective.
This is a map that took me a very, very long time to
fully understand. Yeah, it takes a long time. It's really complex and there's a lot of ways to play it, but that's why I like it so much.
For all the, we'll spare everybody the team's going to go here and here's stuff, because I mean, we've probably seen it a million times, but for the medium and light pilots, it's the hardest to understand what to do with your medium or light mech.
Well,
It's
you have
very
you have
different.
trading spots all around the map,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
You,
like
you just have dead zones that you like is a light or medium. Have to know when you should never go there and when you can go there, and that takes a really long time and it shifts,
it's
depending
like
on where the enemy's set up.
all of these positions,
Yeah,
and then where do you go?
yeah. And I'll tell people in general where pretty much you should never go. Um, in general, you should really, if your team won,
Nope,
eh,
that never
yeah,
gets stuck down there.
or that's well, team two, yeah, team one, team two, don't get stuck right here.
And
Um,
also, you as a light, you don't
don't
really want to get stuck down like there, but it's not the worst. Oh yeah, that area is
right here.
terrible.
That's just dead man walking area.
This
If
is
you're team
also
one
same thing on
pushing
the other
over,
side.
yeah, but you don't see this as much because people know that there can be mechs stationed, uh, in the yellow up here and here, and so you really don't see like
It's
team two.
not
You really don't see this
done
as
as much
much.
because it's more obvious that it's terrible.
Yeah, this side, the Fox 5 side, if you push over, clear everything off. If you push over from team one and you do kind of gain this area, it just doesn't do anything for you. You just kind of get stuck
Yes. The
right
other
here
thing,
and here. And if the other team is trading from the normal trade locations, then you're just going to get focused down. So,
the other thing a lot of teams do, or like I've seen teams do, that really can kill them is not with lights, but like rotating assaults through anywhere in
mm,
this area.
hmm
Like the other side's fine because you have those little cupcakes to like hide behind. But on that side,
somewhat,
it's just
yeah.
no cover, and anything from like alleyways
But if you take
or
low ground in the
pits will just
middle,
shoot you down.
yeah, on either side, if you take low ground in the middle, like you were saying, Delta 4 is the low ground here.
Yeah.
With all this low ground, just kind of does nothing for you.
It doesn't do
But
anything, but especially the like Delta 5 Echo 5 can kill
mhm,
assaults. It is the fastest way to get somewhere, but it's just gonna be
this will
suicide.
definitely be a fight over control of this area right here because Sigma's so tucked away. Team two is going to get it. Gamma is very tucked away, and Team one is going to get it. Not just because it's not in the middle of the map, but it's just it's got a lot of all this stuff in the way for Team one,
I've
and so either team that gains control of this area in Echo 4 is going to have map control of 2 points, and it's easier to get that from Team 1.
I feel like it's not gonna be. I feel like Team 2 is just a lot stronger on this, like in the 3 cap.
Really?
Because you just take this corner and you just put all your mechs there and
Because
you just control Theta Sigma.
right, because you have
Because
that
you
you can
can get
actually
it
station
early.
mechs
You can get it
here
early. You can just get them,
and
yeah,
here. Hmm.
there. And you can maybe even put one there.
Right.
And what is Team 2 gonna, like Team 1 gonna do if like you don't have any mechs on the low side? So, well, usually in like a 5 cap, you just push that side, take EPSI. But you can't.
Right.
So, like, what are
Right.
you
You'd
gonna
have
do?
this triangle going on from Team 1.
You would, and you'd also have Kappa, you'd make them push into it.
That's a good point. So losing Epsi and Kappa on this map actually hurts Team 1 both ways. We have both teams locked.
Yes, we have both teams locked, so
Mining.
let's see what they actually do.
Yep. And here we go. Yeah. I expect, kind of normal setups. GeneX really likes to stack their traders in one
Especially on
location.
the low side, yeah. They've done it a lot on the, like, actually, like, on the south side of the map towards Gamma and Epsi. Especially from Team 1, so I'm curious to see what they're gonna do.
Just switching on over here.
I'll
I load
have
in so
GNX
fast
as
now,
well.
it's ridiculous. It's like dropships aren't even in. I'm just staring.
Yeah, me too. So you have a Dragon Slayer from GNX, a Night Star. It's not the Light Gaussier Peep one, it's the 9S. It's Gaussier large. I
Ooh, this
thought
is
it was gonna be dual UAC20. Carbon Fire, you disappointed me.
fire starters.
And well, it's the Gaussier Peep Marauder 2.
Yeah, Mad
So,
4L. That's
That's
a
a
standard one
GNX
now
classic.
for IS. Assassin 101, Grasshopper, Corsair, Grasshopper, and Mad 4L. So that's going to be Peeps and Light Gauss and ERs on the Grasshopper. Looks like one 5H maybe like an alpha build.
So yeah, it's exactly as I pretty much said. They're taking more towards the top side of the map, just taking that Sigma Theta, because they
And
can just get Theta
Fire starters
super.
are going to get Theta, although the Assassin is here with probably Light Peeps to try to deny it. But there's the Theta burn. Grasshopper's not quite
Oh,
there
it's a
yet.
laser vomit Grasshopper for Psyche, and for Jiffy.
And for Jiffy, that's what I thought. Because once you see 5H, it's got the more armor. It's got more armor and it's got kind of worse mounts, quote unquote.
I thought the 5P
And
got more armor.
nope, it may be in the new patches. Yes. Now this is troublesome because Dragoons cannot turn this corner and walk in the open. They're going to have to go north. But GNX have not taken Sigma, so it's not really a big deal yet. See the trades down the line here. You know, kind of a view of what the
Does Navit know there's a UAV? Yes, he does.
They're happily trading. They're kind of isolating angles right now. You can see Jiffy and Psyche with this Victor. At some point, one of these fire starters is going to go back and take Sigma, and I think Oni-sama is doing that right now. Sig over C, GNX's view. I really hate doing the spectate.
Oh, it's a heavy Peep Dragon Slayer. That's why it's so far up forward.
Oni-chan is just locked in to that corner. I think he nailed Psyche, Carbon Fire, Buster. They're all looking right towards Psyche and Pasha, and that is not a corner you want to peek. So Pasha
Yeah, and
is
Kieran's
trading
just not getting any lines from the back there.
Psyche. Now what they need to do is, I said the no man's land earlier. What they could do, Psyche is just bleeding some armor here. They could go down the line
and overwhelm and push into the
overwhelm. Yeah, the side
because
here,
they do have most like 2 mechs there.
Laser vomits. Oh, okay. What does One Trick's mech look like? He's looking pretty hurt here.
His left torso is open.
Okay, so.
Oh, it's 6 small pulse, 2 light peeps on the fire starter.
Oh, Victor just took Gauss peeps to the face. Oh, they're making a play for the fire starter on this side over here, and Oni-sama does not see them. They're waiting for the Corsair to move up. They might gank this. Yep, he sees him now. It's a light peep fire starter. Victor's making a play over the top. This is going to be an interesting, game-changing moment here. Whether Samuli sees Kieran. Nuclear comes in and distracts. Oh,
and he scored.
That's it. Just that fast. Now they need to roll up the left side, and GNX needs to shift that Marauder to the right side. He is on the wrong side of this edge to really avoid a push. This outside line. Okay, I'm gonna go in and see what these guys down here. Now we have GNX corralled into the area we said was.
Well, they're all going into the low ground, and it's gonna kill the Victor. There it goes.
There goes Somali. Yep. Sorry, I missed that, guys. It was really. The fire starter's just trapped. He's desperately trying to get into range.
Yes,
somewhere.
and well, Kieran is just pushing over with Nuclear and Nevid, but
it looks like since
there's 2 mechs shooting at them, but this is
they're pushing
pretty much open.
Yeah. Buster's the only one looking left. Carbon Fire is going to go down to the Vulcan and Assassin. There's just no way. He doesn't have the DPS. And he missed his
especially
Light
because
Gauss.
there's Kieran also shooting at him.
Yeah, the Corsair is also tanking damage. Carbon's going down next. Onisama is
There it goes.
next.
He dropped.
The Marauder goes down low, but Navid can just tuck in. I believe this Firestarter's about to
I think the Marauder is gonna go
go.
first.
Psyche is just tanking as far as he can. Navid goes down. Psyche goes down. There's the power of the Firestarter. We'll see this little very important battle right here.
Yep, the Marauder
Oh.
goes in a second. There it goes.
Oh, and Jiffy pulls it out. That's an important little 1v1
And it's
there.
just the Grasshopper.
That's it. Nuclear's too fresh.
Yeah, it's completely
Pasha's still
fresh
in it.
against EO large
Yeah.
Grasshopper. And you still have the like. Oh, who just came?
He's gonna go face tank him
He's at
because
71% and he's red. Oh, he's just open CT.
see how
Jiffy's
his
also orange.
shots land here.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's
Pasha's
too
completely
close for
fresh.
those ERs. Yeah, that's it. Good,
And that's
good
the
match,
game.
guys. Woo, I see our pregame. GNX pulls the first two out. Dragoons pulls the second, and that makes the match go down to the wire. The last is it? Do you get points for each match?
Yes,
I
and
think
even rewards like MC per match.
Okay. Ah, that's a big difference.
It is
there.
tied
Okay,
at
so
2-2 for this
I'm just
match.
I'm excited because when games go to 2-2, it's the best. I mean,
Yes.
it's never fun
It's a
going to the fifth
repeat.
match and going,
It's an
they've already
exact
won.
repeat of the world's losers bracket. Also was the exact same, and mining was the last
Oh,
drop.
really? It was the 2 and then the 3.
The team sites are gonna be the exact same as well.
Kieran pulling 537. Nuclear weapon coming in cleaning up with 429 job. Buster doing a great job trying to hold off that left
Let's
side of the
see.
grasshopper, but I think at the end of the day, it was one trick getting side torsoed, and it was really Samuli. That moment they were coming over the top there, you could
Well,
kind of sense it coming, and then goes
you
from relatively
have
fresh to CT
a
court.
thing where they didn't just simply set up all like into that Sigma corner, as I said, but they had like
Mm.
one mech there, and then you had the Victor getting hurt, and
Yeah,
so as like Kieran pushed up this side, you had the two traders from GNX rotating through the low ground, and you had Salumuli rotating into the low ground.
I swap teams now, don't I?
Yes, and all of this is just a kill box. So you just had 3 of their most important mechs go into that, and 2 of them
Yeah,
died for free.
like before before we went into the match, we're talking about these are the things to do and not to do. And GNX are great players, but they fell into the trap of just trying to. As soon as that Victor got hurt,
It started off strong, but they even did the right movement. It was just going through the low ground where you just get shot at from everywhere and you can't
one
defend
thing
yourself.
for everybody watching that's like, oh, what could they have done strategy wise? It's different. One thing that GNX could have done is instead of the Victor going inside Delta 5, could have gone outside to prevent that turn from happening, like Charlie 4-ish.
Well, he even like rotated completely close to Theta. He should have just he could have drawn it out to like the outer side of
that's what I was saying. He needed to go that way, but he didn't.
either
because
here or he can
lost
draw
him.
back under the line of the
Right.
Marauder. But
because they had the caps, there was no need.
everything on the map can look at you if you're in that red box. It's
Right.
almost everything can just shoot you.
Right. And that kind of was a cascading effect of the Victor gets.
Well,
Is the
two
enforcer
of
on
their
that
assaults
side.
just died there, and then, well, what are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
Yeah.
At that point, 5JDX just takes all the map control and just pushes you into that, like Delta 6, Charlie 6 quarter.
Playing that Delta 6 sniping position, you really have to cover 2 angles.
Yep.
You have to be really aware of the Delta Charlie line, and then you have to look towards Echo 4 and Echo 5 to rotate back and forth. And if you don't really,
it's almost impossible to do with one mech.
Yeah, you really have to stay in one location and be very intentional about moving back and forth and kind of like feel out when you'll be needed on the right. When do you need to make a mech cower away and think you're looking at them? If you immediately shift back over. Um, I thought that GNX, like we were discussing before, they had the two cap. They had the stronger position by far there. They didn't really need to be aggressive. They could have waited and reacted. To be honest, but
Yes.
that is. We're talking about the map. That's the thing to learn about the map. It's a hard map.
Also an effect of the team leader, or what I would assume is the drop caller being in the victor. And
Yeah.
shooting that guy often leads to a little bit more confusion than if you shoot any other guy.
That's you know it's drop caller. Maybe all the drop callers that I've had to call that are watching. Uh, it's very
It's okay
frustrating.
if you die. Don't scream at your team and to help you.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I can tell you this. I mean, I'm not going to say names, but when we played through tournaments in last year, and we went up against different teams here and there, I would really be well aware of who the drop caller is um, on the other side, right? And if that person didn't have an even temperament, oh, you'd totally go for him because you could just almost win a game by unsettling the caller.
Yeah, and like especially if you have like one really experienced player leading a team of not so good players,
Oh, yeah.
or I won't say not so good, but not so experienced. If you take off that like the most experienced player who's calling everything, just alone by the fact that he can't see everything and seeing things from spectator is a lot harder. You
Yeah.
will actually kind of like have the other team running around like a headless chicken.
Yeah. They'll make confusing movements where before they were very fluid and you could tell what they were
Yeah, they just,
attempting. Then they kind of
especially
like go,
with
"Ugh."
less experienced people, they just become like really slow and bad at adapting to different things.
It's like Dragoons is about to lock up. And on that note, I think that the shooting wise, more or less, from like Div C up is about, once you get to that level, you're talking about good shooters. The speed at which you make those decisions, we launch into the main
Yeah, I
match here,
think
is the difference between the divisions.
the a big difference is also that like I think up to Div B, you have your good strat and you know how to execute it and you can aim well.
Hmm.
But like what really sets apart maybe even Div B and especially Div A is
Hmm.
we have our strat, but we just can adapt on the fly to whatever happens.
Right. Yeah. I mean, way back when I was calling for CSPS years ago, that was us. We would have a strategy on a map, and we would do that strategy. That's what we would do. We didn't really
I
have the
should
capability
flip
of
the team.
adapting. We're
Hopefully it's gonna
waiting for
update
those
in
drop
time.
ships to come in.
Well, they are coming in, and we have a Corsair again, Marauder, Vulcan, a Blackjack from Zeos,
A Marauder,
and
the
another
hero,
Marauder. We've two Marauder 2s.
my favorite Marauder.
GNX
Therefore,
bring in
proportionally,
an Annihilator. That's interesting.
now that is going to be difficult to get into position to use, especially on this map. And we already see some early. They've already
Yeah,
identified the
especially from
Annie.
Team 1, the Annie is really
I
tough to
know.
bring into position.
Dragoons already knows that there's a Night Star, an Annihilator, and a Marauder.
It's 5 large pulse, so yeah, it's just meant to go up close.
What happened to Onisama? He's yellow too already. Did he get headshot? Lear's looking up north. Cautious. Bearclaw's taking over the smokestacks. Kieran's in the middle. Navid's already taken Theta, and now GNX are holed up on that side. I'm gonna give you all the view from GNX's
No,
side.
he got bonked by like Gaussier Peep. His side torso's open.
Ah, I see.
So yes, that's really important. Like
So
if it
he's at
was a headshot, it would
92%.
be fine.
Yeah, he's at 92%, but
92%,
he's
one
barely.
shot, and he's open. He's pretty much
Yeah.
one or two touch for most mechs. No,
So it's
he's
like
playing
scratch
really
damage.
cagey now.
Oh, now nuclear is not. This is a no-no position.
That is
They've
exactly one of the biggest no-nos in this map.
they like if Samuli and Oni were looking that way, that would have been bad.
So yeah.
So it looks
GNX is again stacking onto the side like they like to stack on with
it's a
all their
mirror
traders.
start to the other match, and now
Well,
we'll see how they respond.
in the other match, you had Kieran on the other side at least. And I think GNX is just going to be static and maybe try to push towards
Nuclear
Epsi.
is doing some ballsy stuff here. Let's see. He decided against it. He's giving his back up as he walks away. There's I mean it's a little amazing the little moments how he went and put a UAV up that they know exactly where the Marauder is. What's on that Marauder, by the way?
It's Laser Vomit.
Oh, that's
4
a
large
tough
layer
mech to
meds.
have laser vomit. It's got weak side torsos and the arms are so low slung. I know I'm just
And we
kind
have
of
a
walking around the
large
battle.
pulse Annie, light peep SRM Shadowhawk.
Ah, thank you. And we have MPL Vulcans and normal ER
ERPPC
Corsair.
quick draw.
Huh. Interesting. Navid is screening here. I know there's not much going on because GNX. It's GNX.
Oh, look at
It's on
nuclear
GNX
weapon though. They just take like the
Nuclear.
cupcakes control, and he's scouting exactly what Kieran did last match. He's scouting the like push to Sigma.
Yeah. Nuclear turned that corner again, tech it and missed his shots. Samuli got just a
And
little bit of
now-
scratch damage on that side.
Well, GNX is now just getting cornered all behind this like wall,
I think they're going to push through
and
the no man's land
the
towards
caps
Pasha.
are just gonna keep ticking in
That's what they're doing.
5JDX's favor.
We'll follow in the. We should see the Vulcans.
But
Men.
there's not as many mechs here as GNX had earlier, and Pasha's already rotating.
Yeah, Pasha knows they're coming.
You have the lights coming in, like nuclear's just rotating.
Shadow. Oh, one trick taking a hefty amount of damage right in the torso. Pasha is well and away.
You just have the traders overwatching it.
Yep. This is the push.
Like
we were talking
Samuli
about.
is just locked right there. He cannot go back. He can't go forward.
So here, while you're closer to the traders, you have low ground, they have high ground, and anywhere that you push other than far outside is just going to be you're just going to be hammered like you were on the other side, unless you could catch that mech. If they caught Pasha and they were up a mech, it would be a different story.
Yeah, you have to like you cannot go up to here and then like try to play it KG. You have to just full on rush and commit to killing that one mech and then just W keying the rest.
Yeah, we see how GNX is really just slammed up against.
Yeah, no, they're trying to trade from there,
wall.
but it's not working because you have like 3 or 4 angles for 6 mechs.
Zeus is a little bit far out, and he could get isolated. Pasha, Samuli taking damage. We're going to give you the bird's eye view of the other side. You can see on this side just how kind of easy it is, as the Annie's walking straight forward, to know where they're going to peek from. I mean, there's only 2 windows. And
yes, there's like exactly 2 spots.
Oh, and look, Navid's gotten on. And this Annihilator's gonna die. He's low ground. He's out of the battle.
He's still pretty fresh, but he's not gonna do much.
Navid knows better than to dive in there. But yeah, the fire starter's taking damage. You can see on the damage ticker if you're watching it. Just a slow bleed from GNX as Navid is bailing out here. He's going back towards Theta, it looks like, and dodging and weaving light PPCs. Okay.
Yes, and all the while, like, the more KGGNX plays, the more important caps are going to be.
Look, Dragoons has shifted.
Zia's just got
he took really
punished for
aggressive
being out
trades
of
over there.
position.
Nuclear in a very, very bad position here. Navid's back over. Let's see. Say probably the Annie is going to go down first. And
Yeah, I'd expect like the two Vulcans to just go down and like
it's
delete
very
the Annie and
it's
Shadow.
pulled back to even, other than Bear Claw is very fresh. And Annie has so much armor on it that seeing it at 66% isn't like really all that big a deal. Navid is getting pushed from the low ground. Bear Claw is got him.
Oh, the fire
locked
start
in.
is one touch.
Yeah. Onisama. Good job of rotating armor from both teams. Zeus is dead. Nuclear
The
may go
fire
next.
starter was light engine again.
There's a lot of looks like Navid's gonna come in and kill this Shadow. Nope. Nope. Oh, Navid took a hefty light PPC. Oh, and Nuclear goes down. Now this is
Well, they just need to take the lights
close.
off of GNX. And GNX only
Well, they
had
tried.
one light.
Bear Claw gets down the Annie. Marauder's coming in. He's so
Yeah,
hurt.
Bear
Heroes-
Claw's super fresh. There's not
like the
really
Shadow-
anything the GNX
That's
can do.
Pasha. The Shadowhawks and the Firestarter need to go down.
But just
or
look at the percentages.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Shadowhawks down. Pasha's working on the remaining Firestarter. Navid. This is a very important battle.
Like, both
This quick
sides
draw.
tanking down to red percentages on almost all
Navid
mechs.
goes down, and Tekkanen stays up.
Both teams are rotating armor, like...
It's still in Dragoon's favor. So close. Corsair's going to nick this Firestarter. If he's looking. And he's not.
It's not.
Pasha's
Pasha
rotated. And he's
can't
down.
get it either.
Yep. That was huge from Onisama, who is one touch. Let's see. What does Carbon
he's one
Fire's
touch.
mech look like? Now look at the
He's almost
caps, by the way.
open.
Look at the caps.
Yes, like, that's the point. They played 2 kg and now it's just...
Well, it's not close
caps.
enough, though. I mean, if the Firestarter dies, yes. The cap game is
Bearclaw
won.
only has to take, hold data.
Oh, he knows. Oh, if he looks to right, this is very important here. This little. He doesn't know which
He can't
side
see
he's
it.
on.
There's no way for him to see it.
He's just
Oh no, actually there
guarding,
would be.
basically. He's just trying to stay alive, which is smart.
So the Firestarter only has 2 small pulse left.
Oh man, and okay, that makes a big difference. It looks like the Night Star is going to get spied by Bear. Is going to see it here, and he hits the part of his shot into the
Yeah, but the Night Star is CT open. There's
Bear doesn't have to take this trade, and so he's
Bear's CT open as well. He just
Yeah,
has
if he's
to
smart
wait
about it,
for
he's not
them
going
to step on data. There's nothing.
He knows the other mechs on Sigma now. And
He just has to overwatch the cap.
He's going to cross.
Shoot.
He's going to cross and try to isolate this mech.
But
this is a great game. Can the Night Star see him?
it's gonna come down.
Doesn't look like it. Oh, he's so. Look at this passing in the night. Passing in the night.
No, he's gonna see it.
He's gonna see him. Oh, he nails him, and it doesn't kill him. He nails him again.
No, I actually didn't nudge.
And again.
Yeah,
All hail the Firestarter. He's gonna take Sigma again, though. Wow.
Yeah, and then that's pretty much the game.
Is it? 750.
It's still gonna work out. Like, they would need.
If they kill Bear,
400. Well, he needs 100. Well, they can kill Bear, yeah, but they really can't in that corner.
Well, this is exciting. Let's see.
Especially with the Night Star, it's Night Star and Marauder, but being cored means a lot.
And he's going to this.
They're
he's going to
heavy on armor.
Upper corner here. Now, is
Firestarter's
not going to see him? Will he make the jump in time to turn? Wow.
Oh,
And he's
yes.
gonna see him. He's gonna see him come up right there. He saw him. Yep, he knows he's there. Meanwhile, Onisama needs to let his Night Star come up.
Well,
And Bear,
but the
Bear
fire
has
starter
to.
doesn't really have firepower. Like,
Yeah, right. The Night Star. Bear would need to shift. Oh, he's gonna go after him. Oh, let's get in on this. Will he peek? Will he peek? Bear doesn't see him. He's gonna slide by the cap. Oh no, he's gonna step on the cap. That was a mistake. Now Bear knows exactly where he is.
but he's gonna turn around against the Night Star. There it goes.
Oh, he missed.
Yes, that's bad.
Oh, he hit him again. Oh, hail the fire starter. I think Bear's done. Bear's
There it
done.
goes.
He's just trying to stay alive. Oh, gets the fire starter. No, 360 no scope. 360 no scope.
He just has to deny the kill. 30 seconds. It
Do
might
they
be
have
over
enough?
because he can't cap in time.
Well, not only that, can they get past 7:30 by the time he flips the cap?
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah. So it's I think
They won't
Dragoon's
get
game?
It's pretty much. Oh, although
No, they're
no,
gonna
it
turn the
should be.
cap, but
Yeah, they're
the
gonna turn
question
the
is
cap. It's just a question of whether they like
30.
the timeout will.
How many is it per tick?
It's 1.7 seconds.
If
Yeah,
it doesn't
so,
auto resolve.
Yep, it doesn't
So that's
auto
it.
resolve.
That's
It would auto resolve if they got 750 in time. That's
Right.
it. He's not gonna get another cap within 2 minutes.
Well, I will faithfully follow him. Follow him down. Let's see. Will the Night Star make it? Oh, wow. That was an awesome match. Let's interview him as we're walking. So Carbon, was that exhilarating? Get a response. Okay, I'm in the building. All right. Let's see. A minute. He could. I'm telling you,
He could do it.
it could.
But then again, the minute will only give them, like.
Well, that's the question.
It should give them enough.
Will it give him enough? I think.
But it'll
I
also
think it
take
will.
a few seconds to cap, so.
If he was just halved, and it was like slower, I don't know. See. Oh, see how it ticks down. And that's it.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
That must have been, like, just about the closest set of 5 games.
Wow. Good job, GNX. And we're off. Let's see. Carbon with 722. Bearclaw with freaking 934. That's so much. Pasha 592. And I gotta be honest, I didn't see that ending coming. That was really well shot out by GNX and good game. Good matches.
Yeah. Really, really well played by both teams, but GNX pulling ahead. Although I think GNX's lead earlier on, like in the first 2 drops, was bigger, and 5JDX like adjusted more to them over the course of the games.
Yes. But interesting that Team 1 won both drops on mining, which I would not have guessed.
Yeah, I wouldn't have either.
All right, so that wraps up the cast for the game side. I guess you're going to go to a different screen and we'll close this out.
Sure.
I hope everybody enjoyed. Thanks for casting, Ghost.
No, it's a pleasure. All right.
All right, see you.
See you.